Since you clicked this video, you must want to increase your range. You could be a trombone player, or a trumpet player, or a tuba player, or a drum player. That's why I'm making this video. I'm here to help you. First thing you need to figure out is, why do you want to increase your range? You want to play higher than the guy next to you? Or you just want to be able to play louder and higher than everyone so everyone can hear you? That should not be the reason for you to increase your range. The reason for improving your upper register is to help you in all your play, to increase your endurance, your flexibility, consistency, never missing a note. That's why you need to increase your range. Now I help you achieve your goals in 3 quick, easy steps that should only take about 5 minutes to explain. If you can't watch this video for 5 minutes, turn it off and go watch some silly cat videos. First step, you need to figure out, what notes do you always play and you never miss? Those are your consistently playable notes. Second thing you need to figure out is those notes you can play sometimes just above those notes. You don't always hit them good. Maybe the tone is not so good. Those are your sometimes playable notes. Third step is to figure out what notes you can just barely squeak out. What you need to do to increase your range is take those squeak notes, practice them into sometimes playable notes, and then practice those sometimes playable notes into consistently playable notes. Now I'm going to tell you how to do this. So first thing I need to do is ask you, did you get some value out of this video so far? If you did, please like and subscribe the video, and also keep watching to the end, and I'm going to give you an exercise that's going to help you develop those squeak notes. So first, I'm going to tell you how to develop your sometimes playable notes into consistent notes. This is pretty obvious. Practice. Practice. You have to play them. If your teacher or you just have this daily routine you go through every day, the same thing every day, year, month, week, year after year after year, don't do that. You need to start including those sometimes playable notes into your lip slurs, into your scales, into your arpeggios, into your exercises. Do harder exercises that include those notes. That's the only way that we're going to become consistent. Now, the secret to developing those squeak notes into sometimes notes, so you can develop your sometimes notes into consistent notes. First thing you need to know is what not to do. Do not use brute force. Don't use excessive pressure. Do not use excessive air volume like this. Don't do that. That's not going to help you. You need to have a balance between narrowing your airstream using your abdominal muscles, and then narrowing your airstream through your whole airstream through your mouth, and then using your embouchure to be smaller and smaller to hit those notes, develop the muscles to make them smaller gradually. Now I'm going to give you an exercise to develop those squeak notes into playable notes. It's very simple. First thing you do is find the pitch. Use that same embouchure you did on the lower note. And then squeak the note 10 times in a row. Now you might not hit only manually once, but if you do this every day, eventually you'll get 10 times in a row. Times. You do this exercise not just on that squeak note. Go down a half step, go up a half step. Play all those squeak notes. In other words, find the top of your sometimes notes. The next note above that is probably a squeak note. Squeak that note just above your sometimes playable notes. Develop that. Develop the way to develop. Eventually, when you get 10 out of 10, then play them longer. Work on the sound. Try and get the tone back. Lengthen them out. Get them stronger. Then there comes sometimes playable notes. Then start including them into your exercise, daily exercise routines. Not routine, shouldn't be routine. Progressive routines. Progressive. Always be progressing, progressing, and progressing. Because there is no limit to how high or how low you can play on a brass instrument. Depends on you. It's not your instrument. It's not the size of your mouthpiece. It's not the size of your horn. It's not the bore of your horn. It's not. It has nothing to do with it. It's you. You control how high and how low you can play, how much work you put in. Get to the woodshed.